everyone hear?
Okay. Hello, I'm Tony Kawam, artist and curator. I'd like to welcome you to Kendall Art Center, art exhibition entitled Crossing Borders, Artists from the Middle East and Latin America. An art exhibition with cultural events from South Florida's rich multicultural community, focusing on building cultural understanding and awareness of immigrants from the Middle East, Latin America, and beyond. The exhibition showcases the work of immigrant artists from Cuba, Haiti, Iran, Israel, Syria, and Venezuela. Share their art and personal stories about their cultural heritage intertwined with their American experience and the impact of immigration and the new American culture on their lives and art making. The exhibition features artworks by Ilan Averbuch, Jose Padilla, Linda Behar, Edouard Duval-Carrié, Yvonne Ferrer, Tony Kawam, Zahra Nazari, and Nizar Sabur. You can visit the exhibit in person or follow us on social media with cultural events in August 2021. For more information, visit kendallartcenter.org/crossing borders. All right, my question is to the artist, the cultural heritage, art education, when you came to the US, inspiration for your art making, and how the new life in America influenced your artistic work. So, Ilan, would you like to start with that question?
Sure. Yeah. I came to study art and to escape from Israel, basically, and I needed to get away. I came to New York, the School of Visual Art, and of course it affected me greatly. The energy in New York, not being in a place that every day I have to hear news about wars, so it immediately entered the things I did. On my way from Israel, though, I didn't go directly to New York. I went first to South America and spent 2 years there. And that's also entered a lot of, so it was a very good preparation to coming to New York. And it was very, it's appropriate to this exhibition where you have people from the Middle East, but you have people from Latin America. Those all entered, but I have my background and my Israeli background, and I think you can see it in my sculptures. They have 1 foot there and a lot that come from the scene in America or in Europe. I've been working both. Yeah, that's what I do. So probably the stones and this kind of elemental material come from the Middle East, and the concept of big sculptures in public places have to do with here.
Edward, would you like to answer those questions?
Now we can hear Edward.
You can hear me now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can hear me. Hello, well, thank you for inviting me to this very peculiar and very interesting exhibit here in Miami. I live here, and I've been around quite a bit as well, like just that gentleman from Israel. We seem to be like, this is probably an exhibit about moving parts. Artists being forced either from their homes or leaving deliberately or escaping some sort of dire situations. Anyways, we are all here in the United States, and my curses took me to Canada, to Mexico, to France, and to Puerto Rico, where I lived a long time. So I'm a very Caribbean individual in that sense. And after a stint in Paris, I'm here in Miami, and I've been here for the longest in my life. Anywhere. So I work with all types of material. I'm very interested in the history, not only of Haiti, but of the Caribbean in general. And though a lot of people think of me as a historian, I'm very much interested as well in materials, and I'm always changing. I've played with everything. The only thing yet to be done from my point of view is cinema, but I'll leave that probably for a bit later. But I've touched everything, and I enjoy working here in my studio in Miami. And these days I'm working on a very interesting exhibit that will take place in South Africa, where I will be comparing the state of two republics: the first Black republic in the world, which was Haiti, and the latest, like, which is South Africa. So I'm working feverishly towards that, and hopefully I will be presenting that over there at the National Gallery, but when nobody knows. So what I've decided is to finish this project because I have others in line, but this project is very important to me because it is really looking at the situation internationally on the state of blackness, I mean, on the history of blacks, the history, and I've been really working towards that, and it's been a source of inspiration and knowledge that I'm trying to impart, because usually people don't really listen to vanquished ones. The state, the power of the word is given to the winners in the situation. And it's been a long erased histories, and try to present it in an interesting way so that people can be, first of all, seduced by them and probably, like, learn from them. Anyways, that's what I do. And when I was invited to this particular exhibit, it was very, out of solidarity with the plight of people in the Middle East. And there are, a bit of a history. The Ottoman Empire, when it blew up, sent, like, thousands of, of refugees everywhere. And a lot of landed in the late 19th century in Haiti. So we do have a large contingent of people from the Moyen-Orient. Like Lebanese. In Haiti, they're all summed up in one name. They're all Syrians to us. But when you ask them, none of them are Syrians. They're from Palestine, they're from here, they're from there, but very few Syrians. But we all call them Syrians. Anyways, that would be a great topic to touch with Tony again about probably a next exhibit. Is, like, the way this wave of like, immigrants a century ago, how they're adapting in these spaces. And I'm sure all of us here have those kind of experiences. And I'm truly glad to have participated in that and get to meet, like, all sorts of, like, these descendants. Unfortunately, I'm not, like, I don't have that kind of background. Because if I did have it, I would have a field day with it, because it's quite a history, like the Middle East. And today it's even more complicated and more extraordinary than anywhere else. Anyways, thank you for inviting me, Tony. And I will leave the, like, the words to somebody else right now. Thank you.
Wonderful. Linda, if you'd like to start.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. I'm Linda Behar. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Kendall Art Museum, and also the Rodriguez Collection for this invitation. I'm from Venezuela. I have a complicated heritage because even if I am from Venezuela, I'm first generation. My father is from Romania. My mother is from Morocco. That means that crossing borders is part of my heritage. It's like kind of who I am, I always say that I'm citizens of the universe because, to be honest, I don't know where I come from. We moved from Venezuela 21 years ago. I came to the state being an artist. I was working at the time with glass, and we moved to Florida, and the University of Miami opened doors to work with them. And I was teaching glass in the After Dark program for a few years in the University of Miami. I decided to continue my education in the state, and I get my, even if my bachelor is not in art, I'm a civil engineer because for my family it was very important to have a kind of a formal career. And that means that when I was in the state and I was trying to get to my next step, I went to the university in Florida Atlantic University, when I have my degree in my master in printmaking. I've been working in prints for the last 6 years. I reinvent myself because before I was working with glass casting. And my topics right now is about empowering women to feel confident with their body and to try to empower, women's being in the kind of feel good with their sense. And that is the subject that I treat. I work with printmaking. I work a lot with technology. I use technology. I always say that is my assistant to create my plates. And after I create my plates with a laser cutting machine, I'm printing traditionally in etching print. And this is the kind of work that I do. And I think so that the combination to be an immigrant bring you a lot of knowledge and cultural background, and the state, is a country that let us flourishing and, develop our careers. That means that it's a great combination. I am very proud to be part of this group. Knowing the artists had been showing me, I feel prouder now because it's a great group of artists. And thank you, Tony. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Okay, so thank you so much. Ivan, can you talk a little bit about your background and your artistic vision and when you came to America?
Mi nombre es Ivonne Ferrer, yo soy cubana, nací en La Habana, Cuba. Me fui a España muy jovencita, con 20 años. Mi experiencia como inmigrante ha sido toda positiva, nunca he tenido... Realmente mi obra no transmite ningún trauma porque no lo tengo. Mi experiencia en España fue maravillosa, me sentí súper bien. Allí nunca me sentí como una extranjera. Viví 6 años en Madrid. De Madrid vine a Miami, otro lugar que es como se decía la segunda Cuba. He tenido, por supuesto, que hacer diversos tipos de trabajos, nunca alejada de mi pasión, que es el arte. He trabajado en la restauración, he trabajado en mi obra, haciendo esculturas, haciendo murales, siempre muy cerca de mi obra, pero si yo tuviera que decir una cosa en que emigrar fue positivo para mí, fue en que me pude centrar más en mi obra. Toda mi energía se puso en eso, me desarrollé fuera, terminé mi carrera en San Alejandro y me fui del país. Es decir, mis exposiciones, todo fueron fuera de Cuba. Mi carrera se ha desarrollado. Mi obra es una obra muy enfocada en el ser humano, muy de referencias al propio arte y muy intimista. Quizás pues no puedo decir que tengo eso, pues conflictos, o mi conflicto solamente es poder expresar lo que quiero. Lo expreso a través de la pintura, de la cerámica, de la escultura. Cualquier medio es bueno para eso. Y estoy muy contenta de que Tony me haya invitado a esta exposición, compartir con tantos buenos artistas y a Kendall Center que nos brindó estas maravillosas salas para estar aquí. No sé si quieren hacerme alguna pregunta.
Everybody.
Hi.
¿Me escuchan? ¿Me escucharán?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi.
Yes.
My name is Gisy Garcia. Thank you for the invitation. I hope enjoy this little concert with my good friends Munir from Brazil.
Hello, hello.
Mahela from Havana, no, from Santiago.
No, from Havana.
Mahela from Havana and Gisy from Havana too.
Gisy Garcia.
Entonces, ¿vamos a tocar?
Let's play. Bésame mucho, como si fuera esa noche la última vez. Ay, bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a tenerte y perderte después. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esa noche la última vez. Ay, pero bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a tenerte y perderte después. Pero quiero tenerte muy cerca, mirarme en tus ojos, verme junto a ti. Pero piensa que tal vez mañana yo estaré lejos, muy lejos de aquí. Ay, bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esa noche la última vez. Ay, pero bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a tenerte y perderte después.
¿Se escucha bien?
Escucharon.
Do you guys listen? It's okay? Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, EC. Thank you so much, EC.
One more song.
Leo, would you like to say something? And we want to thank you for hosting the exhibition. And, you know, anything you'd like to say to the community to encourage them?
Sorry, voy a hablar en español. Estoy muy contento con esta institución, gracias a Tony, que la trajo, soy el dueño del Kendall Center. Este centro cultural nosotros lo creamos con el objetivo de dar una ayuda a toda la comunidad, pero no solamente la comunidad que está en Miami, sino unir diferentes países, unir diferentes locales, unir a Cuba, que está bien dispersa en diferentes lugares. Era el objetivo principal y ya después se ha ido convirtiendo en más de unir a Cuba, sino unir todas las personas que tengan un interés de hacer un buen arte y brindarle esto como su casa. Y aquí siempre nos van a tener para dar un apoyo positivo en todo lo que ustedes necesiten. Muy agradecido a todos los artistas que participaron, a los músicos, aunque no vinieron, pero hubiera sido perfecto que hubieran venido. Y nada, aquí nos tiene y lo que necesite, el centro siempre va a estar a la mejor disposición de ayudarlo en lo que ustedes necesiten hacer y nosotros siempre le brindaremos una mano.
Gracias.
Gracias y aquí nos tiene para lo que sea. Es importante siempre vernos como artistas, vernos como una comunidad junta y no importa de dónde venimos, de dónde proponemos, de dónde venimos, cuáles son las diferencias de religiones, cuáles son las diferencias de clase, sino vernos siempre como artistas y como creadores y como algo bien positivo para darle a la comunidad, que la comunidad sepa que el arte siempre va a estar en una línea superior. Siempre estamos combatiendo a llevar siempre lo mejor posible del arte a niveles superiores. Y creo que en esta exposición ese cometido se logró porque estamos rodeados de muy buenos artistas y buenos músicos también. Y gracias a Dios todo ha salido muy, muy positivo. Ha sido una exposición que se ha visto bastante. Hemos tenido muchas visitas y hemos tenido bastantes elogios desde la comunidad. Y le doy las gracias porque si no hubiera sido por su arte, no hubiéramos tenido esta aceptación. Ha sido una exposición maravillosa. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, los artistas. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Leo, so much. So this is a great art community here, run by Kendall Art Center. They have a wonderful school as well. They teach ceramics, and they have great art community from Cubans and non-Cubans. There's a lot of Latin American community, big artists around here. So we thank you, Leo, for your leadership and for embracing the art community in Miami. And I want to thank also all the artists who participated in the exhibition and on this Zoom presentation. And thank you so much, Yesi, for your wonderful. So we'll be in touch. Thank you for everybody who's watching as well.
Thank you.
Goodbye.